Hello friends, I've got a quick video for you today where we're going to be making a couple of projects using Dollar Tree supplies to create upscale, beautiful decor that is easy to recreate and a lot of fun in the process. I'm so grateful you're all here to visit with me today. Now come along and let's make something beautiful for our homes. This craft is super fun, and these Christmas ornament signs are so easy to find at the Dollar Tree. There's tons of them. I've seen them all throughout all the stores all over my town. I'm going to be using a red gingham paper, and then these are some of the ribbons, not that Dollar Tree one, that's a Dollar Tree one, but this holly leaf ribbon and the Merry Christmas ribbon are some of the ones that I had from my Christmas haul. I will link that video right here if you missed the Christmas haul from last week that I went and got all kinds of great deals at Hobby Lobby. Now to create this craft, I pulled off the metal little piece at the top, and I'm going to add glue all over it and stick it down to my scrapbook paper. You can use whatever paper you have. I had this really cute red and white gingham paper, and then I'm going to rip off the extra, going around the ornament as close as I can to the board, and I keep my hand on the board so that I don't rip the paper going down in and onto the ornament. I just want to go along the rim of it. Then to clean up the edges, I use some sandpaper. I sand it down really nicely. And now I'm going to add back on that metal piece. Isn't this so cute? If you're not really digging on the snowman or some words that they have on a sign, you really can change the look of them by adding some scrapbook paper. Now I'm taking this burlap bow that I got from the Dollar Tree, the Merry Christmas ribbon. I cut it down where it just has that piece of the ribbon that says Merry Christmas from Hobby Lobby. And then this adorable holly berry leaf garland ribbon. I don't know what we want to call this. I'm just going to call it a ribbon because that's what it was in the ribbon section. I'm going to cut this apart so that I've got all these different holly leaves and the holly berries, which I think is just so cute. This project is so fast. It took me maybe like 8 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. These are quick projects today. Super, super quick to make this one, and it has such a darling look for your home. I love that it also has a little bit of a farmhouse flair with that gingham on there. Now I added on all those little berries, and I'm going to add on a couple of buttons because I just can't help myself. I love my buttons. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit of greenery to tuck around the bow. I really felt like this dressed it up and gave it an even higher end look, which is my favorite for Christmas decor. I love getting that greenery in there. If this is the first time visiting my channel in a while, right now I'm doing Craftober, where I'm doing videos Monday through Saturday. And in those videos, you will find all sorts of crafts. Friends, there's some weird stuff going on here on YouTube where they're turning off notifications, unsubscribing people from my channels. I've been hearing from a lot of you. Make sure you head over to my channel gallery and you will see that there's so many new videos that you might not have been notified about. For this project, I picked up this not so trendy tree, but the shape is cute. Some of this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and then I had this little metal pie dish, a little pastry dish. I got these from Amazon. I will link them, but you can find these a lot at thrift stores. I see them all the time in little plastic bags on the wall of their knickknacks. So I picked up one of those, but I'll link the pastry dishes that I have down below in the comments, description box. Now for the tree, I took off the red foily paper at the bottom, and now I'm uncoiling all of this tinsel garland they had all over it. Once I had that all off, I'm now going to clean up the tree just a little bit so I can add ribbon and make it more of a high-end scale look. To be able to do that, we have to take some wire snips, and we're going to cut off all these little nodules, or at least cut them down lower so they won't cause the ribbon to look kind of funny when you glue it on. And then for the bottom, I cut it off so that I can use the pastry dish, which will make it look more farmhouse. Now for the ribbon, I cut off the tencel wire along the ribbon because I wanted to get to the ribbon itself, not that wire shiny stuff on the side. I'm going to add some glue onto my tree, and then I'm going to just simply glue it down and start to do a pleat where I'm zigzagging the fabric of the ribbon back and forth, gluing it down. And on each layer, I went around twice. I want a bottom layer and a top layer of this ribbon, because once I go around twice, I then am going to take my scissors, cut off the extra I don't need for the next layer up, and I'm going to do these little snips into the ribbon. I had this idea. If you've been here for this last month, you'll know that I've been making my own vintage ribbon using my heat gun. So I'm making these little snips so I can use my heat gun, and I'll show that in a second. Now for that little pastry pie dish, we're going to add some E6000 and hot glue, put a small piece of foam, put some more glue, stick our tree bottom into the foam, and then here I am with the heat gun. Now you can see I've finished all 3 layers of this tree, and on the second, because I wrapped the ribbon around each layer twice, I did the snip on the top layer of the ribbon. When I use the heat gun, because this has polyester in it, it's causing it to take action. It's like shrinking up, it's spiking out. And so first I'm just going to heat up. I'm keeping my heat gun moving. We don't want to smell any burning smells. This is just activating that polyester in there, and it makes them look more like real branches on the tree. I thought this was such a cool technique. I've never done this before. It was my first time trying it since I've been making my own vintage ribbon. Now I'm going to come on to the bottom of the tree where the base is, add some foam, add some Spanish moss, and then up at the top I removed the star. I'm going to use one of these dowels and one of these finials. I'm going to cut it down to size and glue that into the top. I thought this topper was really pretty and it had a very farmhouse style to it. I glued that into the tree. I'm going to take some of my made vintage ribbon where I just used a heat gun on it. It causes it to shrivel up like it's been around for years and years, but it's not. It's just a regular Dollar Tree ribbon. I tied a bow at the top of the tree, and then I had one of these little star buttons. I thought it would be really cute to take some twine, thread it through the holes, and then tie a tiny little bow out of twine and glue that onto the top of the tree. Friends, this project was so easy to make, and it looks so farmhouse chic for the Christmas season. Now let's talk about our spotlights of the day. Up first, we have Karen, and I thought her orange and blue combos, those are complementary colors, I thought these were gorgeous. I love that she did some Mod Podging with the blue on that other floral piece. I really enjoyed the texture. It looks like you used some crackle mixed medium on this leaf and added all these beautiful bows. Love all the layers and textures of that. Here it is again with the blue and the orange and the yellow. So pretty. I love these colors, and what a substantial big wreath to put on your front door. How beautiful, Karen. I love this one. And then I just loved all the details of this whimsical darling truck on this round sign with all of these darling ribbons all over it. I love layers and texture like this. I just think they're so fun. Now, Joyce came up with some really fun Halloween crafts. She told me that these were pavers from your yard, those bricks that you can put down in your yard. And she made this spooky Halloween decor. This must weigh a lot, but it is probably very sturdy, a great craft. And then she also sent these darling pumpkins that she hand painted, added some scrapbook paper to. And all of these little teeny bits at the top. So beautiful, Joyce. And then our last feature is with Caroline. I think this is so cute. I've made one of these before where you take the tumbling blocks from the Dollar Tree and you bring them all together to make little pumpkins. I love all your details at the top. It seems like you were on a pumpkin roll because you sent this one too. And I love this. Aren't these those scrubbers for your kitchen? These are so cute to turn into pumpkins. And I love that you used a copper one. How fun. This is so darling. It looks like you have a booth where you're setting up some crafts for a fall craft season. How fun. Leave us a comment if you do have a craft booth. And I love that you've got these pumpkins that are made out of the pallet pieces from the Dollar Tree. These were my favorite. I love these. I think these are so cute with all of the texture and the color. And then the stockings coming down with the boots. How adorable. Friends, please make sure you leave comments down below for Caroline, Joyce, and Karen. Let them know how much you enjoyed their crafts today. Give them some love down below. It is so fun seeing all of your projects. And if I haven't gotten to your email yet, I am slowly working my way through them as I make these videos, but I will get through everyone's emails because I want to spotlight all of you. So please do submit 5 Christmas crafts. If you haven't yet, I'm only taking 1 submission per person. So please do submit your 5 crafts for Christmas. That's what I'm moving on to. You'll start seeing those in the next couple of videos. Right now I'm getting through all the fall crafts that were submitted at the beginning of October. Thank you all so much for being here. Remember to check out the channel gallery and give this video a thumbs up. And if you missed yesterday's video with the projects, I'm going to link it right here at the end so you can go and check it out. There are some cute projects and some spotlights of the day in that video as well. Thank you all for being here, and until the next episode, bye friends.